Okie dokie. Okie dokie. Let's see. Okay. Welcome. Let's check everything here. Make sure everything's good to go. That looks good. Mic check looks on. Welcome, Cookie. Welcome, everyone else. As you maybe start piling in, hopefully. Okay, I see you. Hi, guys. Let's just check a couple more stuff here. Get an email saying, yes, you're live. Thanks for the confirmation. YouTube always gives me an email saying, hey, looks like you're live on your channel. Okie dokie. Yeah, I think we're good. Alrighty. Hello, Rhyme. I'll wave to everyone once we get in. I think we're good. I think I see everything up. That's what I want it to look like. Okay, cool. That's the soon part of this. And okay, hello. I'm a little bit down because I had to like fit my hat in the frame, but there you go. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Let's say again, hello, Kiki, Rhyme, and Buttercup. And hello. Upside down happy face. Hello. I guess I'll say I have a party hat. Because it's my my birthday week, I guess. Birthday is on. Hello. Maripon. Hello. My birthday is on Friday, so obviously can't really have a Tuesday, Thursday stream, you know, on a Friday. Now that gets too confusing. So, to counteract that, I'm gotta go with doing birthday week instead. We've already had like so much weird stuff going on, just sort of personal family stuff anyway. That's like, I mean, we had to like do a whole bunch of weird stuff to kind of shift my birthday party in a sense to like last Sunday. So I had that. We had to like move everything around, so it just got really confusing. But anyway, my real birthday is on Friday, so at least for now, yeah. And thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. So I'm going to be somehow celebrating it, I guess, during the week, because anyway, I've already celebrated it already. Had a cake and all the singing and stuff, so I already had a party, per se, but yeah. I guess on Friday we'll probably might be a little bit lower key, you know, but anyway. Yeah, I'll probably talk more in Toaster Time or something, maybe like, you know, on Thursday, Toaster Time. Anyway, we'll get going on this, but yeah, I just had to like shoot my character down just a little smidge to make room for the hat. Oh boy. But hi guys, hello everyone. Everyone, Elijah, Commodore Dragon. Early birthday, thank you. Happy birthday week, hello. Hello cartoons. Let's see. I dropped my pen. Hang on. I'm gonna destroy my face for a little bit. Hang on. Whoop. Okay. Sorry about that. It's precariously on my desk here, so. Okay. Now I'm ready. Ice climbers. Race. I feel like Earth Bunny. I mean, if they can fly, then they'd be able to just jump up the mountain, you know, and just fly up the mountain a little too easy. And the unicorn, they'd be able to... With unicorn, they'd be able to either teleport, which would also kind of break it, or swing their mallet with their magic. So, I guess just for balancing, probably just bring it to Earth and just probably make it easier for that. Yeah. That's an interesting question. Let's see here, though. Let me get into this. I've started to make the background. I guess we can go back to context if I don't remember. Let me go back to my Toon Boom. So I made this rough background, and it kind of plays. I kind of broke her a little bit. So here's the storyboard. So we're getting there with the animation, which means actually not at all. It's just kind of skating. But I got the background that we'll be working on. So there's like technically 1, 2, 3, 4 backgrounds. I guess at the end doesn't really count. So probably going to be focused on this one, and then These ones I could probably like reuse some of the assets from the first one and then kind of go from there. So, oh, you meant like actual like creatures. I just meant like the race of, yeah. Sorry about that. And then the end. So I've actually started to work on the background for this one already, which is like this intermittent background that's like, it kind of doesn't really take place in my mind in like any kind of specific area. This is kind of like the rock is so powerful that it's like it's kind of made its own world, I guess. I could probably color code it to be similar to whatever I make these parts, but at least for now in my Photoshop I have this rock background. So I decided to play around with just some basic, trying to get my feeling going with the yeah, a little dust on my screen. A nice big brush that can, as is like, it's not like a circle brush, it's got this weird shape to it, so that when you just go zhoosh, it's got texture to it. It's like a fuzzy caterpillar kind of looking brush. So that's what I wanted to have, so I was able to make this kind of background by not having to deal with like making, you know, perfect, trying to draw this naturally. I could just use this specific brush and then just kind of draw on top and then kind of blend all these different shades together. So that was really fun to blend these around. And I have this Hue Saturation Filter. I never really use Photoshop, and that's going to come into play probably soon of how this is supposed to work. Try to just play with the settings here. No, I thought there was like a slider or something I could play with to like figure out some of this stuff. Well, looks like it's changing colors. That's what I wanted. I wanted this to be kind of like black and white kind of a thing, and then I can add whatever hue and saturation filter on top of it so I can change the color of it. So the original is, it's all monochromatic in a sense that it's just one color. So I had like red, and I just went along the top like this over here in the left corner. I just went across the top, and then that made a different sense. So if I add the hue saturation, then it becomes blue. But now I'm having a little trouble trying to access any parameters. I don't think these don't really do anything. Maybe I have to make another one. That's okay. Not worried about this one anyway, but I can use this as a backdrop for this rock one. Place it into a layer, like an element layer into here, and then work from there. So, downside I can only really see by doing this method is that you kind of lose flexibility inside of Toon Boom, and specific resolution is very, very set. You know, you can't like say like, oh, I want something like a tree to be twice as big. You know, really, you can't quite do that with Photoshop because of the way that everything's pixel based. So if I zoom in too far, becomes like a sprite board where you get these blocks. See these white squares making it up. So make like a tree larger, than it'll create these kind of weird blending stuff that never really looks good, really. So you have to like really plan it out first. So there's trouble with that. There's like a button that I can just do that. Beep. But anyway, I'm gonna work on this one. And this one's also really confusing. So I'll explain it. Hello everyone. Let's see. Hello, Gamerlian. Gamerlian. Got it. It's like phonetically figured out. Hello. Human xenomorph. Awesome. Okie dokie. Let's see. Just trying to remember mascot for your channel. Oh, mascot for your channel. That's gonna be pretty important to have. Yeah. Hope you do well with that. Okay, so to explain what I want to do here is, let's see. In the first shot, it has a traveling camera shot that pans. So I would like to have the background needs to be, I figured it to just be twice as long horizontally, so I can have that tracking. So the background has to move. So I'll have different layers, and we'll get into that, of like how the sky is going to be different, and then the foreground is going to be different. So then I can do, you know, multiple pieces, like there's different pieces here, and then I can have like, oh, here's the sky, and have it animate differently or something, to have different depth, to create parallax. It's a little bit tricky to explain without them, so that's what I'm working on now. So I made this canvas size be 1920 times 2, so it's one big giant block, so I can have that kind of block here. Let me add another layer here so I can kind of explain that. Yep. So I can have horse. Oop, that's a thick brush. So I could have a horse here, and then kind of have her travel across, and so the travel needs to have the background kind of go. The camera has to move across, and then you can see different sections of it as it travels. So obviously I need to draw it longer than just this little block, otherwise you'll be able to see nothing on the edge of it. So that's what I'm working on. Hopefully that makes sense of why I'm doing it this way. I might be overshooting it a little bit, because I don't think I'll need this sky, which is this blue part, to be that long, but I guess it's a little bit, looks nicer. So probably it actually be kind of more like this, and then, because this will be the size of the camera, and then this will kind of go over, and then probably end, probably only like halfway. Probably only get like here or something, realistically. So, yeah. I think I drew it on the wrong layer, so let me just back up just a bit here. Beep, beep, beep. Okie dokie. So I'll get into here. Work on the parts that I sketched out here. So I have a cute little sun as well, and cloud. Probably want to make the clouds a little bit different, but that's a little style guide for me, I guess. How we doing? Boop. Not sure, gamer. Cyberdalic. I know that's a Doctor Who thing. I'm not sure if there's a that's a fan made thing or not. Let's see. Do you think Monster House and Up kind of look like, you know, both house movies? Well, there's also Howl's Moving Castle, and that's actually all I thought of right now. Monster and Up. They're both 3D, you know, with CGI graphics. Maybe I actually asked this. Like, I feel like I've got asked this kind of question like months ago. It's kind of weird deja vu with that. I mean, you're comparing like apples to pears in a sense, because there's like the Monster House was motion captured while Up was hand animated, so it's got to be a little bit, you know, CG, so it's not going to be like look different per se, you know what I mean? Exactly. So the motion design will be different, but I think just, you know, how tonally and how they're presented should be basically the same. Let me get my brush back. Beep. Beep. There you go. Just wanted that deep texture into this. It's gonna make this nice big cloud here and just kind of start rolling along and say, hey, look at that cloud. Whoa. It's gonna be one of those ocean clouds, you know, that kind of go over the horizon. I did mean to try and add a button on my pen to have able to like click it and get like the controls for like the brush, but I wasn't able to figure it out in time. So already that's like, well, that's already halfway there to like Bob Ross levels of like, well, just, you know, paint the rest of the owl kind of thing of like, well, here you go. First step done. Yeah. Let's see. So I'll kind of get in between and then add like some sort of maybe like a soft highlight See if I can like add some slight dithering, I guess, into this. I haven't really been like fine art, really. I don't really do too much classical, like traditional artwork, I guess. Not as much as I probably should be, especially trying to be a artist animator. At least animator, you always think like, oh, those, you know, the people behind a desk and they're always drawing. And it's like, not always really doing that, per se. So, yeah. I'm always like using the puppets and just kind of hoping that the pieces that are there kind of work. So it's like why I always say like why rigging is important. It's better to rig is, the less you have to like draw and like do all this setup. So, yeah. But I'm going to go for this kind of soft, textury, I don't know what kind of style you want to call it. But like last time I wanted to call it some kind of like golden, not golden grams, but the golden books kind of style. Yeah, that's what I'm going to try and go for. Probably like add one more cloud over here. Probably like, I don't really be needing one. If it's going to be like really far away, so maybe I can just hope that I can just get like one. It's kind of like one kind of peeking out. Just hoping that maybe. Let's see. Beep. Okay, maybe. Hello. Okay, just cuts to here. Hi. Okay. Where were we? Let's see. Okay, I should probably get the couple links to get you guys to get back in. Let's see. Yeah. So if you're still watching Cookie, yeah, and against everyone else too, the internet did break. So sorry about that. I'll give you guys a couple minutes to get you guys back in here. Ooh, there's even that was cute. Got a little back online thing on my little screen, my preview to see what it looks like for you guys, and it had a little banner at the bottom saying back online. Okay, so probably just be like, I don't know how much longer really. But yeah, hello. I'm Matrix and Sasha. Okay, once everyone starts to pile in a little bit more, I'll explain what happened. Thank you. Thank you for joining, Sasha. I reset my face to see everything's okay. Beep. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. So I think what happened is, I mean, I thought it was my GPU, RAM, computer stuff, using too much stuff. I mean, it could be that, but it could also just be some environments, you know, locally someone, you know, power people, you know, took a line out and said, no one needs this line, right? Then broke our connection for a bit. And it probably only takes like a nanosecond for it to like be disconnected before internet goes away. So it happens a lot. It's just a shame that it seems to usually happen during the 3 hours a week that I stream. So welcome guys back. Yeah, maybe we won't have a toaster time and I'll just continue working instead. How about that, to kind of make up for it? So what I did find out is that we click on a little, well, let's see if this works first. Yep, okay, that's what I wanted. Is that click on the little globy thing, and then you can actually change this to be a different color. That's what I wanted to show you, is that I made it monotone so I can like change the tint to be whatever I want with this. So if I want it to be a deep purple or a green or a blue or something, somewhere in between, I'll be able to play with it a little bit more because there's only one color. Cookie. Yeah, I have no idea realistically of what really happened. I think it's probably just something local. Worker people outside probably might have just let a wire slip or something. I honestly don't know. because my dad went in and saved a day to reset the almost said glove box, but like the power block. I don't know what it's called. The little circuit breaker. Resetted that, and then did some other magic with the router and other computer stuff. So thank you, Dad. He got it reset. So everyone say thank you, Dad. All right, because I would not have known how to set all that back up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll just, instead of toast time, I'll just go for another half hour or something. Make sure you guys get the content that you rightfully deserve of all of this. Let's just kind of just quickly brush this in. Alrighty. I don't know about that, but sure. All right. Let's see. Let's get the sun. See if I can. Oh, keyboard shortcuts are a little bit different than I'm used to, so at least compared to like Flash and Toon, when it's like, okay, you want me to press that button? You got it, dude. Okay. Let's see. I wanted to get rid of the clouds. That's what happened last time, so we'll see if it's not that part. That breaks it. Okay. Let's see. I'm getting I have a reference picture just to make sure I'm knowing somewhat of what I'm doing. Let's show what that looks like. Beep, beep. I guess it's just a hover. Yeah, I'll just do the same amount. So like the end of regular toasted time probably. So instead of doing an actual full-on toasted time, I'll just continue working. But yeah, nothing. I'll probably just stop at the next half hour. Because that we can all agree on hours, right? That they all end, you know, one time zone isn't like a minute off, right? We can all agree that 1 hour is the same thing, hopefully. Okay. Let's see. You know, get some rain in here. There we go. So if Bob Ross taught me anything, it's gonna be that you gotta start kind of close to what you want, but like a darker version of it, and then kind of get from there. Okay. Where should I start first? Should I start? Usually kind of start from the back, I think so. Let me actually make like this section back here and work my way forward, I think. So I'm probably gonna actually go on the hill. So I'll start on the hill and then just kind of make this 100. Just kind of start here, I think. Internet seems to be okay. Let me just check real quick. My stream connection says excellent connection. So yeah, it's just like some wire trip somewhere, and I'm not exactly sure where. But yeah, that's what happened. This is a gross screen. Let me just get rid of that real quick there. Still gross. Okay. Gotta get you the content you deserve. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, so for at least just, you know, I'm just saying right now, it's like, yeah, that's pretty good right now. In 10 minutes, I'm not sure, you know. Anything can happen. I'm not sure what it's gonna be in 10 minutes, but at least for this second, we're doing okay. So how we doing? We were talking about the ice climbers and all that stuff, or what did we leave off on? Let me just scroll up the thing a little bit here. I have not been drawing too much. Mostly like I kind of just focused my attention on drawing, like focus it all on Inktober. That's like the little Halloween month. What is that? October drawing challenge that I've done a couple times. Actually on here, on streaming a couple times. So I kind of just focus on that whenever I want to draw, or like really focus in on it. But other than that, it's kind of been kind of loose of like, I don't really, because it's like I use a lot more puppets in my work, so it's kind of like not as much like hard on, you know, kind of like I'm really gonna sit down and draw, you know. It's kind of like, it's gotta leave the puppets kind of to work its magic instead. So I'd rather rig it to be really nice instead. Let's see. Like Derpy, good. You're in a good place. That's good to hear. Let's see. So we can kind of start making some little shadows or something into here. Let's see. Let me finish that. Like her when I was she has her top so she gets character with slower. I think it's hard as like there's so like practically every character being a fan character for someone. So it just became like probably just logistically impossible to like make sure that everyone was satisfied by the end. Because it's like, some character's gonna be their favorite for someone, so it's gotta be like, otherwise it has to be like a full, you know, spin-off series for like every character to have their own limelight, you know. Which was, you know, the spin-off was somewhat at least talked about a little bit, that they were going to have, you know, as early as season 2, they were like, let's have a Cutie Mark Crusader spin-off, because they seem to be pretty much doing their own thing anyway. So it's just like, let's just do like a almost Muppet Babies, you know, all those kind of style of like, let's just see what we can do with them. Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of where, you know, the fandom kind of takes over, and it's like, we as a collective can make our own kind of stuff as well. So it's kind of like we're not really missing too much in a sense. If we can pull our efforts to make something, you know, as good as like that top 100 video of all those really talented animators and video producers, then we're not really we're not missing out. We got it all. We got it all right. It's kind of just blocking in some highlights and just kind of roughing this out. Not gonna make this like, you know, super elaborate or anything. It's gonna be pretty rough. What does that look like? Yeah, it kind of looks all kind of smudgy. Whoops. Oh, smudgy there. Kind of like it. Kind of like this. Very rough and kind of warm colors. You can add maybe like a little bit more yellow into it. Let's kind of just go and add some little tiny highlights here and there. Suggest some little tiny fields or something in here. Let's kind of bring it down. Oops. No, we're there. Don't need Malware bites. I'm okay. Okay, just kind of blend them to and fro all into here and say, all right. That should be good. All right. Let's see. Exactly. I mean, that's never good to have like a fandom that's like too attached to like canon with their own head canons become too powerful. That does turn out to be a bad thing. Not to say like on its own is a bad thing, but then it's the inner community kind of style of like, well, you're wrong because my headcanon says this. That's where it gets wrong. But just having a headcanon, like I don't really like, you know, like I'm not a supporter of having Dinky Do be like in Derpy and Dr. Hooves being a family. I'm not really into that much, but if, you know, that wasn't really into, that was never really established in the canon anyway. So it's like, you know, it's like it's not wrong that I got my own opinion about it. I mean, I created the my own interpretation of her family anyway. So yeah, just trying to find the right color for right now. That's why I'm a little bit trying to figure this out. It's a little bit different palette wise of just trying to select the color. So that's why it's a little bit tricky to get a good color and then stick with it. Let's see. Thank you, Rhyme. Exactly. So yeah, when we did that Christmas sort of video where we had, you guys voted to have Dinky Doo be part of it, I was like a little bit hesitant because like that's, you know, it's not quite what I like or like what I interpreted as their family dynamic. So I was like, oh, okay. Guess I have to go with this now, even if I don't like it. So I was like, okay. You guys demanded it. And it turned out okay. It was really cute. I really liked that episode. We had a little video we made. That was really cute. I did like it. It was just like, okay. I'm not sure about it. Okie dokie. So I'm making like the hillside kind of shape here. So I got a thicker brush so I can fill this in a little bit quicker. Let's see. I know I'll be covering this up sort of in a way. This is like sandwiched in between other pieces, so it's not too like I'll have to go to like this layer, like go all the way to the bottom or like really fill this out too much. I do say like when making backgrounds, it's kind of like the more the merrier. Like you can go overboard with the backgrounds and have it be, you know, have a building that has 1,000 skyscraper, you know, style, like 100 floors or whatever, and that's okay. 'Cause you'll have more room to kind of work with. It's not like real life where it's like you have to really find a location and kind of stick with it, you know. You have to like kind of really, with live action, kind of, if you're not going to do any special effects, then especially you're going to have to really know what you're doing to make it work. Otherwise you have to kind of improvise and make sacrifices, like add special effects to kind of make the environment look better. So like trying to draw like a new environment, it's like you have to really know what you're doing. They can always add more into it. Okay. This reminds me of sunshine, like that hillsides kind of style. That's good. Okay. Exactly, Matrix. You know, what person is supposed to be? There was a mom as sports border. Exactly. I think. What was the one that did? Oh, Dinky's Destiny and like the other Minty Root animations had a lot more Dinky in them. Yeah, if you don't know who Dinky is, I guess I would suggest Dinky's Destiny by Minty Root. It's very cute. I don't think the story really goes anywhere. Like, is it supposed to be like a prequel to something? Is it supposed to set up something? I'm not really sure. I think on its own is really cute. I think it's just what it's supposed to be anyway. You know, it's not really supposed to. Maybe it was supposed to be something, but I can't really follow. Some of the earlier Minty Root stuff is kind of like, oh, okay, whatever. A little hard to follow with the story. Let's see. I'm sure my stuff I get a lot of, or I watch a lot of reactions to my own videos, and I kind of get the same thing. It's like, yeah, like they might be doing like a blind reaction to it, and then they're like not paying attention to that one frame where I kind of explained something, and then they blink, and it's like, then they say like, I don't get it. And it's like, well, don't blink. You'll miss some important stuff. So that's kind of my own fault. So I kind of learned from that is like kind of be a little bit more on the nose with some things. I've learned. And it's like, yeah, it's okay to kind of be more direct with storytelling. It's like, yeah, you can be more just like show don't tell and like really have to really show what you mean, you know. So stuff like that. Okay, I need to block this out a little bit better and add more detail. Make this into more of a cliff face by adding some details here. Adding these little rock shapes. Whatever these are going to be. It's going to be in the background and only be really only seen somewhat, so I'm not going to be too perfect with these, but just add some more depth or something. Like these are highlights, and maybe I'll go back and add some shadow. And that's about it. Kind of rough. So let's just go back in and just kind of go over that again. And then let's kind of bring it down a little bit. And already we can see a little bit of depth into some of this. Let's see. Yep, Ben's right. Sorry, I'm a little bit slow. Add some little stuff in there. Let's see. Might not finish this completely today. This is more of just like a little showcase, and then during the week I'll continue to work on this. So as well as the other backgrounds that I also need to work on. So this won't probably get finished completely, especially because I already I lost some time, you know. So yeah. Okay. Let's get some other bips in to see. Nice. Okay. So that's working out pretty well. Beep, beep, beep. Okay. Then we get some gamer juice. Okay. People here similar to Derpy. Oh, really? Yes. Yeah, I think that was the whole thing with Dinky is that it was gonna like Dinky was just gonna be some random character, you know, like the clumsy Smurf. But then it's like, hey, we got some fan character that's like had weird eyes, so let's attribute it, you know, this unseen Dinky character into the derpy hair, and then work together, and then kind of figure out something happened. Oh wait, yeah, okay. I thought, let's see. Yeah, Dinky actually did show up in the during like the song, like she was doing the animal stuff. Oops, I have to like click on that thing. Whoa, oh boy. Not used to Photoshop. Let's see, water. Hello. Let's see. Hello. Unspinable. Hello. That's right. Completely forget about all that. Let's see. I like some darker water. Can I just... Ooh, I can do flats. Interesting. Ha ha ha. If I put the water beneath the hill, it'll go behind there. Awesome. Okay. I'm gonna isolate everything. Go back out. And then say hello line. Alright. Then I just have to fill this in. Yeah. Alright. Thank you. I hope this will be good. Yeah, I don't know. Some of this water will definitely not be seen, but Yeah, it's just fun to kind of fill this out, at least just for demonstration with this, I guess. So this is a background for the animation. This is like Maritime Bay. This is like right outside, like directly outside Sunny's house. So let's see. So we got that. Let's go back in and say I would like white along the edge. Let's make this a little bit smaller. And then kind of add some edging, I guess. It's a little too thick. Let's kind of go back. Let's make it white and make the brush twice as big. And then it's kind of go across it like this. So it'll just be right underneath. And add some little lines in here. Be some little strokes, little waves. There you go. Thank you, Unspittable. Appreciate it. Let's find an in-between color. And then just kind of go right in between all of this. And it's like, wow, got a whole bunch of funny lines now. Ha ha ha. Alright. Gonna cover up some of these. Okay. And just gonna go over here a little bit. So I had to go straight. Yeah. Add some more. I'm just gonna go on top of it. Okay. There you go. It's a little bit uneven, but you probably won't see much of this, so I'm not too worried, per se. It's gonna be sandwiched between a lot of things, so you won't see much. Whoa. Get back there. Okay. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. Let's see how we're doing on everything. Let's see. I'm going to add the... Let's just add the foreground and then see where that goes. So I'm going to add... I think the foreground's kind of grassy, so I'm probably going to take like one of these and then kind of work around it. Thank you, Cookie. And I can do my fun trick of drawing with a straight line. So I did not realize that you can actually draw with a brush. So I used to like vector where it's like, oh, I missed the, you know, the angle. Oh, let me do it again, or let me just, you know, make this into like 3 points and then add the Beziers and stuff. And this is like true, like I have to like figure out what I'm doing, kind of like stuff, you know. It's like, oh, I have to really know what I'm doing to be able to do all this. Fun part is that I know that most of what I'm doing, it's going to be really covered up. So this is, the foreground's going to be the only part that's actually going to be really seen across the entire. That's why I'm making this double long. I have this guide in the middle. There's two 1920 by 1080 boxes. And so that's what that's about. Is that I can have the rollerblading go across the entire screen double wide. So the other pieces will be parallaxed so that they won't be, they're not going to be like fully see the entire side of it. So that whole hillside will only see like a third of it, really. So that's unfortunate, but that's how that kind of works. Oh well. Let's see in here. Can I make the eraser bigger? Yes, I can. Okie dokie. Hello. Thank you. Thank you, Unspittable. Here's the hat. Yep. And rhymes right. I will have my birthday on Friday. So, wanted to kind of say it now in case someone wanted to do anything about it. I don't know. You're not obligated to do that, obviously. You don't have to do anything. But it's just fun for me, obviously, to do something like this. That is, my birthday's not today. I'll be very, very upset that the stream kind of broke. That's what I mean. You only see like a little bit of it. Maybe I can like bring it down a notch so you can see the water. Or I'll have to play with the. How does it work? I can bring it down just a little bit to see more water. How does this work? Just want to bring it down. Alright, have it kind of tilt, kind of. Something like this. And then I can bring the water and the clouds up like this. There you go. I'll be able to move all these pieces individually inside of Toon Boom as well, so I'm not 100% like, oh no, this isn't gonna be, you know, the same composition or whatever I want. What am I gonna do? And this is more like, I know that these will be individual pieces, and I'll be able to move. Whoa. I'll be able to move all these individually as well once I'm inside of Toon Boom, so it's not quite a huge issue. So yeah, it's just getting the general composition kind of okay. Let's see. Yeah, a little fun fact is that my mom told me that my due date was my birthday, so it was like, well, it's like I knew I was punctual extremely. That's like, well, you're gonna be on Friday, and it's like the same day. It's gonna be the 27th. It's like you're, you know, that's when you're gonna happen. And it's like, okay, and I must have heard that, you know. And it was like, all right. Getting good. Ooh, that's a good color. Let's work with that. Gonna make the, what is this gonna be? This is the footpath kind of trail thing. Is that a good size? I think so. So I'll just kind of go, warp, warp. Something like that. Just have a little bit of green on both sides, just a little bit. And kind of punch them in just a little bit. Something like that. And I can still maintain my texture, so that's fun. So it'll be about this size. Yeah, that's cute. Alright. And then we'll add a little bit more. We'll add, what do I need? Trees, bushes, foreground bushes. So let's add the trees next. I think the trails are right. Probably not going to add too much more. I could add more. But probably just get everything in first, you know, and say, alright. So these are going to be pretty dark, and they're going to be pretty blobby. So that's pretty good. Let's get kind of close. Nope, that's not zoom. Here's zoom. Okay. Trees. Save. Let's see. Where was I? I'm gonna draw some sort of probably just branch bit, and then here's some leaves. This makes it real easy to draw some leaves, huh? Yeah, a little bit on the top. Let's say, all right. Well, that's a mighty good tree. Add some little bips up there. Okay. Let's add a highlight. Sun's over there apparently, so let's kind of work with that, I guess. Let's add more yellowy. Let me go back a bit. A little bit lighter, more yellow, a little bit more green, a little bit smaller. Let's see. There's actually some brush, I don't know where it is now, that was like perfect. That was like exactly like a bunch of leaves. So it was like, huh, I wonder what that's used for. Do people actually use that in Photoshop? Where it's like, yeah, let me use the leaf brush. I guess that just kind of works for them. That's some. Let's go back. Let's make it kind of figure out some kind of mid color. That's a little bit better. And I can punch this back out a little bit. And be like, add some, a little bit more green as if it had some specularity or whatever it's called, the 3D term. Subsurface scattering or something, I don't know. Add some little stuff in there. A little bit darker around here. There you go. Okay. So I can just kind of, oops, erase just a little bit off of there. There you go. Make it look a little bit more uniform. Okay. That's one. Do you want to draw another one? Let's draw another one. Neural. Yeah, this one's a little bit different shaped. This might be a little bit more taller. Make it more gaudy, I guess. There you go. Kind of steal some of these colors. I can punch back out. And take some of these. Some of these. Some of these. Some of these. So like I'm adding and like subtracting at the same time. And so it's like, yeah. Kind of need some of these here. And maybe I just need a little bit more. Or that up there. There you go. Okay, so these trees are like behind the footpath, this foreground. So yeah, well, might only need like a couple of them, really, to really make that many. Probably only make like maybe like one more maybe, and then we'll be good. Let's make it like shorter. Maybe make it more longer. Maybe it could be like a bush or something, and be like, yep, bush. Maintain direction of sun, so you can do something like that. There you go. He's yeah, he kind of grew up to be, you know, differently shaped there, and that's okay. There you go. Yeah. It's like one of those bonsais, but it's like just wasn't quite shaped, you know, with perfect finesse, I guess. There you go. Okay. Let's just add like a small shadow. There you go. It's incredible just like how quickly it's like, oh, shadow, good, done. How much that really does add a lot more depth into all this. There you go. Okay. Done, you know. It's like, okay. Is that maybe like one more? I'm thinking maybe just one more to kind of round out. Maybe I'll just make this one triangle shaped. And then just kind of work my way around. Gotta choose a geometric shape to play with. And go, alright. Now we're cooking. It's like Bob Ross. It's like, yeah, might not be realistic or whatever, but it's like, yeah, this is my forest, you know, I can do whatever I want. If I want whatever shape this is, that's okay. There you go. Let's just step back a little bit. That's probably is realistically the amount of trees I'll probably need. So I'll probably have these. Maybe, okay, we'll just add one more. Let's just add another bush for fun. Back here. Let's just add one more. One more bush. It's gonna be a long bush. Maybe another bush like coming out of here. There you go. Even still from some of these. There you go. A little bit darker along the bottom. Okay. That's alright. Just a little bit. Add whatever I want now. Okay. These are fun. And just kind of add one more on the edge. Who knows? Okay. Beep, beep, beep. How's that? Okay. Then I wanted some foreground ones. Let's see. Probably just add some same kind of bush that I just made in the foreground. So I made foreground, so I need closer foreground. That's what I'm gonna call it. Alright. These can actually be a little bit darker because they're, I don't know, giving less light, I guess. Probably use the middle mid-tone, I guess, of this. And just kind of go a little bit darker. So we'll probably be able to layer all these in between the characters once we get those in. Import them into the scene, and then I'll be able to layer this bush on top of the Sunny and Izzy. So wherever I feel like I might need some sort of fun bush or something. Maybe it's like in between some of these, you know? Be like, alright. Just add a interesting shaped bush. Still need a little bit of highlight. Also just a little bit darker. Let's just steal that color and make it a little bit darker. Push it back out. Bring it down. Bring it down. There you go. Okay. And probably just, well, they'll probably end up here, so probably not gonna add too much, I guess, here. This is where like they're just gonna be end. Let's just add something along here, maybe. There you go. Okay. Another sketch I wanted like add buildings and stuff, but I think that might be too complicated. Probably save that for next time, or when I work on my own time. I think for now I'll just kind of leave it like this and say, all right. There you go. Beep. Okay, some of that worked out. All right, with that. So we got all these different pieces. We got the closer foreground. Oh, you can see like how I overshot some of these bushes. The trees, the hill, the water, clouds, sky, sun, and the sky. So they're all separate. So yeah, once I put them in, once I finish drawing this and cleaning this up or whatever I need to do, I'll be able to put them into Toon Boom and have each of these be separate pieces. I can have them have different transformations and set the 3D Z depth. So what that'll mean, just to explain that real quick. Now I should probably end real quick as well, so I'll try and make this hopefully easy to understand. Is that I can have the brush regular, please. Yep. Let's see. So what I can have is that I can have a camera at the bottom, and it's going to be looking, this will be top down, so you're looking at it from like the top, and so the camera is going to be looking, I did do little film rolls, something like that, and then it's got a nozzle. There you go. So its field of view is that it's looking at different, just draw a line, different layers. So there might be in 3D depth. So the farther away it is, you'll have, where's it connecting the lines? Different depths of like different things. So like the characters might be like here, maybe like the foreground bushes, and then maybe midground, and then like the let's select this. Move this forward a little bit. So let's see. So then when you actually look at it, it'll have obviously what we made. Little cake tower stuff, and then like that. So it'll be looking like this, but then in actuality, it'll be like this 3D puzzle view that if I like zoom in, if I move the camera forward, it'll seem like some pieces are getting closer faster, while something that's really far away will move slower. So like the sky will move slower. That'll seem like, oh, it's farther away, because if you walk towards a mountain, you know, it takes a while to get close to it if you're like 5 miles away. But if you're next to a fence that's 2 meters away, you'll get to there faster. You know what I mean? So it by separating the planes of these layers, each of these layers will then be corresponding to these different depths. So you'll get to the fence faster if you're closer to it. So maybe the foreground, you'll bump into it quicker, whereas something like you won't get to the sun quick. So the sun will take a while to get there. So the farther away from the camera is, then it'll if I set it really, really far, then obviously it won't move, which is the point, is that the sun shouldn't move if you walk, you know, like a little bit closer. So that's just the concept of that. I'll probably explain this again once I get the background done, but just a little overview of what I'm planning on doing, and what I'm trying to explain is that to have the 3D depth and have it have things look good, have multiplane stuff. You can look up Disney multiplane on YouTube. There's a really good video on that, of how engineers or Imagineers or whatever in like the 30s built this huge tall machine that simulated this depth. They did it from top down, but it's essentially the same thing, is that you have a camera and it's looking at planes, 2D planes from different depths from the camera, so that when you go forward into the scene, certain things will move closer or faster, or not at all. That's it. Gotta go. Did I? Was this too much for you? Oh man. If you're dizzy, yeah. Take your time. Get some rest. Have a good day. Thank you, Rhyme. Yep. So this will be fun. Let's see. Guess I'll just end it on showing you the picture again. Beep, 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 beep. Why doesn't it just, whatever. It zooms out farther than 100%. This looks actually pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with this. Yeah, I'm gonna add probably a lot more details and smaller details and clean up. and then do all that crazy multi-plane stuff. Figure that out. So yeah, by so Thursday I'll maybe have most of this done. I'm also gonna have to work on rigging Sunny to have her helmet on. The way that I had to like set up the master controllers is just or way more complicated than what I just explained. It's way more complicated actually. Of what I have to figure out. So anyway, yeah, sorry about the whole internet exploding. Thank you guys for coming back. Thank you, Cookie, and everyone else who came back. Thank you all, you guys. I appreciate it. So yeah, pretty quick, pretty chill stream actually, if all things considered. So, yeah, thank you guys. I'm gonna stop the stream now, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your time. Thank you guys for coming back. Yeah, I'll have to check on whether or not this is actually the same stream metadata. So that's impressive that it's able to. I can like lose it and then. Cause remember like a couple years ago, if this happened when the internet or whatever blew up, something happened that made the stream explode, it would make like a new stream, like with new metadata, and, or I had to like not be able to like go back into the same one. So, even if it was like it would like time out after like a minute or so, and obviously it would take usually a lot longer than a minute to get back in. So, glad that this worked. Thank you guys for coming back, and I think we got some new people actually from coming back. So thank you guys. Yeah. So, I think that's about it then. Thank you guys. All right. Let me give my arm, I guess, and I can wave. Thank you guys. See you. All right. Thank you. Alrighty. Bye-bye.